yeah. I got the on, yeah. I got it on now. If you buy your style, rap. A 50 on hour. I say through the skies, yeah. I spend every time. Look at their faces, they all stuff. 10,000 a time. Play with these rats, I'm a bomb plug. Flow like a butterfly, Lambo the beat. I take a shot in a pair of the seats. You see me popping, they staring at me. This ring, it cost me a hair on a key. I told my dentist to carry my teeth. We racking the Bottega V. This Margiela 2003. Push started, you know I ain't least. Forget, I'm cool on her, on the catch. She do what I say, she gon' fetch. I'm in this without regrets. Jimmy and my coupe ISS. I drill when I walk, I'm possessed. This rose look good on my flesh. These Rolls Royce back to back, yes. I'm floating on this shit like a jet ski. Come on, can't test me. In Florence, Dubai next week. She chocolate, she like Nestle. Got broccoli, pockets is healthy. Binoculars and they Balenci. With the lid read, I'm tryna make 200 M, please. 100, walk around with 10 to D. BS Stone, sit back, stroll. Pull up Rolls truck, I'm rockin' the Rolls one. The platinum stones, I might have a stones, yeah. It's still going chrome, yeah. I got the on, yeah. I got it on now. If you buy your style, rap. A 50 on hour. I see through the skies, yeah. I spend every time. Look at their faces, they all stuff. 10,000 a time. Play with these rats, I'm a bomb plug. When trade my team, I could never be a trader. Like Raiders, we ball, never thought they'd rate us. I'm gonna back to drop, I'm in label. But putting this label, I ain't asking for favors. Drop me on smash the haters. Ain't no bay, how the ass tangled. No interviews, ask me later. Like take off, I'd rather be rich than famous, yes. Might go catch JoJo to protect. Oh no, could be cool to collect. My diamonds and gold in the chest. Hit down me a Louis V chest. Put it on, I can go down me a R&B Virgil, he gave me the credit. 10 years from now, look back on the shit and I promise I'm doing my best. Big growth, NCS iconic. Let's go, let's count up this money. Good loaf, the bread and the butter. The toast, now ain't that ironic. I'm digging it up here and throwing it. She hate when I go, she hook on like phonics. I float, I'm smoking on this chronic. Eat diamonds, hit when it's sunny. VS Stone, sit back, stroll. Pull up Rolls truck, I'm rocking the Rolls one. The platinum stones, I might have a stones, yeah. It's still going chrome, yeah. I got the on, yeah. I got it on now.
Today, we're going to talk about the early MLB games, crafting up winners for tonight, and let's cash the squad ride. This is Behind the Lines.
I feel like we got a Corbin Carroll, Nugenheimer off of something off speed. Can't walk him. Can't get him on the base pass. I think you got to pitch to him. And I don't know if it's going to end well.
That guy sucks, Jose Ferrer. Sure, he can throw 100 miles an hour. He has no idea where it's going.
There's
Zero
no way
clue.
you gassing up Ferrer, dude.
Zero clue where it's going. That guy, he might as well be pitching with a blindfold on.
And then Ty Jerome, this is where I will gladly take him to be pork. This is his perfect opportunity to shine, and he's been really good at taking these opportunities. So now that he has every single opportunity in the world where he's going to be pretty much the only starter in the lineup for a majority of the game against this Pacers defense, gladly I will get involved.
Arrest Zach Campbell. Put him behind steel bars. Get this guy out of here. He is a f***ing loser, a scum, a lowlife who makes people's lives around him significantly worse to benefit his. He's a me guy, the textbook definition of a me guy. What's going on, chat? Happy BTL Thursday, episode 679 piece. As always, hold the fry, joined by your two hosts, Krabs and Jovan, presented by Bookit Sports. If you follow me on Bookit, you probably got a little note if, 20, 30 minutes ago, when I locked in my Nats ML tickets along with my Mariners ML tickets. Two dogs to start the day out today. Jovan, we'll see how it plays out, my man. But if people aren't using Pickets, they need to start using that shit today. You can track your prize picks on there as well. Jovan, I'll put you on the spot here. Favorite feature of Pickets? Go. And he's muted. That's a smart move to get out of that one. W's.
Back potentially. Love that.
Sure we can.
I just like the feed, dude. I like scrolling through and seeing.
Sure.
I mean, frankly, there are some really bad sell jobs and explanations on there, but I'm curious.
Fade, right? The tail and to fade, both.
Yeah.
Right? You got a feed on there similar to Twitter, right? But a little less toxic and just strictly betting related, right? Just everybody's plays, talking about winners. Very underrated feature of Pickets. W. Jovan. I also enjoy that part of it. Okay.
Sure.
Chad, how we doing? Happy Thursday. Krabs, is Nats team total over air or nah? I would just go with the ML. With their manager being suspended today, who they for some reason love and play their absolute asses off for, I'd assume they're going to come in with some added motivation today, if I had to guess. So I would just take the ML. I put a little 4-man link buzzer beater in the Discords. So if any of you guys got that in, W's. Let's see how it plays out. We got Alex Call at the dish right now. And I will try not to talk about the Nats the entire stream today. All right. But I know a couple of you guys got involved, right? And Alex Call strikes out immediately. Nice. Can't make it up. Jovan, how we doing? Happy Thursday.
Doing good, Krabs. How are you?
Doing well. Let's go hop in some of the recaps here. Gootsy, if you don't mind. Squad Ride recap. Some late life for no reason. Yep.
For no reason. Hook of Chew. Moose Slate across the board yesterday. Some shit plays.
Yeah. We got James Woods spawning 0-2 at the dish, huh, chat? We got By Gods in the chat. Sure. I got the YouTube chat up here as well. W Drum in the YouTube chat. Good to see you, my man. Sure. W Shroom with a Loom coming in, subbing with Prime. What's up, Shroom with a Loom? Sure we can. Sure we can. Any Jolly Roger tickets in the chat? Or is it all Nats tickets? Let me know. Is anybody in chat raising the Jolly Roger? I'm assuming we've got a James Wood strikeout coming up here in the next 3 seconds. I'm about to see it on my screen. And here it comes. Yep. Terrible swing, terrible pitch.
That was Trent the show, AB.
Yep. Just swinging at every pitch. We got Austin Rendez coming in hot with the resub. Sure we can, Austin. Attaboy. Not even a resub, just blessing up a viewer in here. Let's fucking go, Austin. Sure we can.
Go.
Appreciate you, Beast. Okay. What's up, TNIX in the chats in YouTube? Good to see you, my man. Thanks for the shout out. All right, let's keep moving and grooving. We'll check out the Sharp report from yesterday as well, Gootsy. Not our best day, but we've had a lot of good days in a row. So let's hold the bitchin'.
So
3 and 2 from me. Yeah, we were due for some L's.
Hey, you still
not your best work.
That O's game stack from you was That rarely pays out.
Yeah. A little two-piece. How about Dean Kramer showing up with the lunch pail mentality yesterday? Doing yob. Any comments, Goots?
I mean, it's good to see. I hope he can string that together because that's what we're really bad at is stringing starts together, stringing offense together. So it's a good start in the right direction.
Sorry, I was looking at Eddie Rosario hitting what looked like a 500-foot home run that was then caught at the warning track.
No,
but yes,
right now.
Sure, there it is. Yeah. Feast your eyes. Beautiful.
Shout out Jackson Holiday as well.
Yeah, shout out Jackson Holiday hitting a grand salami.
He has more grand slams than Derek Jeter.
All right. I mean, Goots, man.
It's more grand slams than Derek fucking Jeter, huh? Jovan. Even me as a Yankee hater, I don't even know how to say or what to do. Goots, where'd you find that stat?
I'm on the deep, dark depths of O's Twitter. You think I couldn't find that?
Where'd you find that stat, Goots? On X?
Oh.
You saw someone tweet that?
Yeah, someone tweeted it.
Yep. Unbelievable.
Do we even know if it's true?
It's true. It's accurate.
Probably is.
Okay.
It's accurate.
Wow. What do you know? Jackson Holiday, the Grand Slam king. Go ahead and end the season. Hand him the World Series trophy and hand Jackson Holiday the MVP, huh?
Bookie Robert must have liked that Jackson Holiday stack. He's dropping 5 gifted right after it. W. Bookie Roberts,
man. Unbelievable Goots Nug to start out the Thursday. What are we doing?
Chad needed it.
Just don't even know what to do about that.
That might be worse than the Kobe Mayo Exavilas.
It's just a true stat. I don't know what we're bitching about. It's just correct. It's just accurate.
Yeah, just impeccable timing and just hilarious stat. Just a hilarious stat. We got Bookie Robber coming in with the 5-unit whale like Jovan's talking about. Sure he can. I saw Bookie Robber, I believe, on the Surge stream yesterday giving a play. And they're giving out some subbies as well. W Bookie Robber. Yep. We appreciate you, Beast. Thanks for the subbies, my man. Okay. Yeah, not an ideal start for the Nats here, guys, but we'll see what happens. A lot of ball game left. No fucking shot.
GG Krabs.
Thanks, Krabs.
I should thank you, Krabs.
I wish we could clip stuff from the morning meetings, man, because Rav literally said, why is O'Neill Cruz hitting leadoff? Rav, that's why he's hitting leadoff. Right there. Statement nuke. Set the tone. Well, moving on to Seattle. That Mariners ML ticket is going to hit like crack. So. Yes, that was pissed on. You know why? Because Trevor Williams threw it right down the middle. Right down the middle. That almost hit the bridge in center field.
Really bad player.
That almost hit the bridge. Back-to-back games. Unbelievable, bro. Oh. I mean, another pitch right down the middle. Luckily, we got an out. Okay, let's move. Let's groove. Well, let me go ahead and pull up the Sharp report for today. You guys are going to love it. You guys are going to love my first play today in Civil Goods. Let's go ahead and get right to it. How about the Orioles ML? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Should have been the squad ride yesterday. It wasn't. That's okay. Orioles ML. With my guy Sagano on the bump. I like this guy Sagano. He's nothing special, nothing flashy. He's not going up there throwing 100 miles an hour. He's not, he's got no Strasburg changeup, or he's got no, he's got no Aroldis Chapman fastball. I guess is the best way to put it. The guy throws 89, nothing special, but he's, extremely targeted, very accurate, and he's done pretty well so far this season. But who gives a hoot about Sagano? It doesn't matter about him. Jovan, there's one thing that matters when looking at Orioles games. One thing. All that matters is what's sharp and what's not. And I'm looking at this game, and to me, the Guardians look sharp. Or at least they opened up sharp. You got Bybee, who's been struggling this season so far. Command all over the place. Guardians have been all over the place, along with the Orioles. They opened up a favorite on the road here after a loss last night. To me, that looks pretty sharp against a random McGee Sagano. Guys, what do we know about sharp plays in Orioles games? Anybody want to raise hand, take a guess? Honestly, you don't even have to. You can just shout it out if you know the answer. Goods, Jovan, you might know.
It's always cake, man.
It's always cake. And I wish it wasn't the case, man. As a guy who only bets on sharp shit or taking contrarian nasty stuff, I wish that wasn't the case. But sometimes you got to adapt. Sometimes you got to read the room and see what's working and what's not. And for some reason, Jovan, if you square up for Kitch in Orioles games, you're making coins 9 times out of 10. It's just facts. It's how it's been for the last 2 years, maybe more. I'm doing it again today. Now, there is a little bonus here, though, Jovan. A little contrarian, nasty bonus here, I guess, for me a little bit. The Orioles have not won back-to-back games so far this season. Okay, so I guess that makes it a little nastier, right? They won a game last night. Nobody thinks they can win again, 2 in a row. Nobody wants to bet the Orioles anyways, just in general right now with how they've looked this season. I do. And I think they break that trend. They win for 2 times in a row for the first time this season. And with the Guardians looking sharp with Bybee and that 5 ERA, opening up a favorite on the road, we fade and we lay it. We're square here with the Orioles on the ML. They win the game. And they're also catching a little bit of steam as well. Not much, but a little bit. Doesn't hurt.
It's a touch. Certainly doesn't hurt. You can address the allegations in chat about Jorge Lopez versus Kutch?
Yeah, I will. I'm going to try to be respectful about this because it's not that easy to notice or see unless you've played the game or been around the game your entire life. But that was not intentional. He just sucks.
He is really bad.
He just sucks. If you watched every pitch in the warm-ups, in that outing, there weren't many, but they were all out of the zone. They were all up and in. The guy, even the commentators were talking about it all game. Jovan Karp was talking about it, saying it's really hard to grip the baseball today. I'm surprised that Mitchell Parker's doing such a great job on such a weird, humid day. It's hard for the guys to grip the baseball. Well, Lopez couldn't get a grip on it, literally. No pun intended. He could not grip the baseball. He was all over the fucking place, just like he's been all season. The guy stinks. He's a head case. So once he goes out there and starts, throwing the ball over the place, he's toast. He's done. He's not going to rebound. He's not going to revamp. That's just what he is for the day. He stinks. And if you think for a second, number one, that we're hitting Andrew McCutchen on purpose, and number two, in the head on purpose, I want what you're smoking. Because it's probably that good shit. Because that's maybe the craziest take of all time. Guys, it's an unwritten rule in baseball. It doesn't matter who you are. You don't hit people on purpose in the head. That's how people get hurt. And if you think Davey Martinez told him to do that, if you think he himself decided to do that, you don't know ball. You don't hit people on the head on purpose. Nobody's ever done that before once. That's not a thing.
To load the bases, too. It's the craziest part. On 2-1, guys on first and second.
The guy just stinks. To be honest, I wish that wasn't the case. He just legitimately cannot throw a strike. And respectfully, if you believe that he tried to hit McCutcheon in the head on purpose, you are incorrect. Coming from a guy who's been around the game his entire life. He did not. And that's why he was so pissed off at the end. That's why he came running out of the fucking locker room. Because he was so pissed off. Lopez has done a lot of sketchy, scummy things. He's not the greatest guy. He has had a lot of meltdowns. He's not a great team player. Like, I'm all down to roast Lopez, but not last night. Not for that. That's why he was so pissed off, because he knew he didn't do it on purpose. He almost got in a fight with the umpire. I've never seen that guy that fired up in my entire life. Crazy. Yeah, it was not on purpose. Thoughts?
Yeah, as a neutral party, I don't think it was on purpose either. Situation.
It wasn't.
Doesn't make sense. It also wasn't, I would say, far enough in or low enough to be intentional, especially against Kutch. So, I don't know. That whole situation was weird.
And if you know anything about the Nats or Dave Martinez, you know that they're not a dirty ball club. Dave Martinez, I can't tell you a single time when Dave Martinez has put a call in and hit a guy on purpose. He never does that shit. He doesn't give a hoot.
No, he's come out and spoke against that a lot.
He is the most anti-hitting guy. The dude cries in the media pressers when his player gets hurt. So you think he's going out there hitting guys on purpose? Are you a lunatic? No. He's like the face of not hitting. And I honestly don't like that, because I think at some point there's a time and a place in baseball. Not in the head after Paul DeJong gets his nose broken, right? You hit him in the butt cheek, you hit him in the leg where it doesn't do damage, right? That's baseball. And I've been kind of against David Martinez in the past, saying he's too soft. But that's the one guy who's anti-hitting people on purpose. Oh. And Ellie Single. Okay. No way we're already chalking Seattle, boys. Come on. We got 2 outs. Let's get through it. All right? And let's get through the O's today. Goots, we're going to need some luck. We're going to need good vibes. Not from you, though. We need negative vibes from you, because every time you chirp them, they win. But from everyone else, we need good vibes. Because the Orioles are coming.
The second the lineup comes out, if Heston Kjerstad and Jackson Holliday are not in the lineup after combining for 6 RBIs yesterday,
ooh,
I'm done.
You might need to go give him a what for?
I'm done.
In the locker room. Right, Goots?
I will. I'll let him know.
Sure. All right, let's go hit, Nats. Let's go hit. Way to pitch around that leadoff nuke. That probably would have thrown off the majority of pitchers after you give up that nuke to Cruz. Probably throws off your start. Way to lock in, Trevor Williams. A lot of ball left, Jovan. All right?
Let's
swing it around to your plays. So much ball left. Let's swing it around. I want to see what you're cooking up over there as we got subbies coming in from Big Rob. O's ML is going to be the Kent State of MLB. No, it's not. And Mrs. Shrimpy, or Miss Shrimpy coming in. 31 months of Jovan milk, and Cardinals ML is hitting tonight. Well, shit. I agree with the first part. 31 months of Jovan's milk. I don't know about the Cardinals ML tonight, though. We'll talk about that in a moment, though, Shrimpy. Jovan, I see an under on your cards. I'm already bricked up. I love seeing that. Talk about it.
Yeah, seemed to be one of the few games. I don't know the number off the top of my head of the games that went over yesterday, but I know this was one of the couple. And a much different matchup, I think, for both of these guys today. Jordan Hicks just had an absolute disaster class against the Yankees. He gave up 7 runs, 4 innings, 8 hits, 3 walks. Nothing was really there for him against that lineup, and it hurt him because he didn't really have the command of really any pitch, but especially like any sort of finishing pitch. He was leaving everything in the middle of the zone or just nowhere close at all. So there's no competition for a lot of those guys. I think that'll play an incredible amount more, or an incredible amount better against this Phillies lineup, where you kind of can use their aggressiveness against them. Oh, GG. Reds bed. Krabs. Now it's at the Mars.
They couldn't have done this in the first 5 yesterday?
Would have loved that. Oh, yeah, Goots' guy.
Morale.
Goots' fucking guy.
A lot of ball left, chat. A lot of ball left.
People forget former All-Star.
Yes.
He was an All-Star.
Yes. Steak, not ideal, brother. Not ideal.
Nah, I'd go ahead and move on from that one, Krabs. There's no ball
I'm
left
not
in that
moving
game.
on.
I would.
A lot of ball left.
I would.
Okay. Sucks because he got the first 2 outs for what? That's all right. Nothing Nate Lau can't fix in that Nats game in Pittsburgh. We'll see if he can get on base. Start the Nats off right. Okay. Hey, we got a lot of ball left, Drum. Do not give up yet. Come on. Come on. Yeah, I mean, let's get the guy an XL jersey. It's been 3 weeks. And there's a base knock for Nate Lau. There we go. You know what? If he's got to look like Kung Fu Panda to go up there and hit 300, then fuck it. Let him be Kung Fu Panda. Let him have a beer belly, right? Who am I to tell a guy not to have a little bit of a beer belly or not have a beverage or an extra side of rice or some carbs at dinner? It looks like he has plenty. He's hitting like this.
A lot of them.
I'd be a fool to tell him to change anything, right? It is weird. We haven't talked about it too much, but he's changed his approach this season. Nate Lowe, was once very, very patient, took a lot of pitches. This year, he's been much more aggressive. He's had some more pop early on this season. We'll see if that approach continues as the season goes on, but I don't know. He's taken more on the Nats approach.
Kind of quick aside from Krabs on the Nate Lowe approach in 2025.
Sure. Not a lot of people know that. They don't. Use that info wisely, chat. All right, lock in those prize pick squares. Okay.
Unreal.
All right, Jovan. Let's talk about some plays.
Yeah.
You want to talk about this over on the ice or the under in the diamonds? What do you got?
Yeah. I mean, some of where we were, I think Jordan Hicks pitches much better than that disaster of a start he had against the Yankees.
Yes.
Same goes for Sanchez, who didn't have like a disaster of a start, but I think this is quite easily the most interesting matchup he's had so far this year. The Giants have been just about league average against lefties, but they strike out a lot, and it's probably why you'll see or have seen Sanchez Ks all over your feed today. But I think he dominates this matchup, and I think he'll do really well, partially not just because the Giants strike out a ton versus lefties, but they're the team that if I'm looking at any, I don't know, fly ball pitcher, because the Giants hit the ball in the air so much, that's the guy that I really want to target. Like you saw that not just from like lefties, but from really any pitcher that's a big time fly ball pitcher, like Aaron Nola yesterday. I had, some concerns about how that would go, and they used that against him pretty well. Against ground ball pitchers, it's a much different ball game, especially when you're doing it from the left side against this team. So I think Sanchez has a really, really good outlook for this game. So I'm backing him by the under in this game, and talk about his square in a minute. But I like the way both these pitchers set up. See 8.5 down to 8 after, again, this was one of the few games with runs last night. I'll go right back to it.
The way we got Dylan Cruz splooges in the chat. Give it to me. Inject it into my fucking veins. Come on.
Oh, Nate Lowe's ahead of him. That's rat piss.
No way we're splooging in the chat for a goddamn single. I'm looking over here, waiting to see his first nuke of the year.
What are we doing, man? What are we doing?
All right. I was expecting a absolute Nukenheimer Goots. I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't think chat was that tapped for a single. Honestly, respect to them for that. Good for them. All right. Rumor has it Zach Hampel's in Pitt. I bet he is. He loves the East Coast. Yeah, he's an East Coast guy. Did Pavin Smith just hit a third nuke in 2 days?
No, he had an RBI double.
Okay.
He's locked up.
Right.
Locked in hometown.
Okay. Well, Jovan, I love this under. I do.
Sure.
And I also think Hicks goes out there and pitches much better today looking at some of those squares.
Yeah, he's got some crazy squares up too. We'll say his hits allowed squares definitely reminds me of maybe a little Dean Kramer action from yesterday.
Yeah.
But obviously walks can be a thing with him too.
Coming off of 8 hits allowed against the Yankees, 6 before that against Seattle. He's up there for 4.5 hits allowed today. Sure. Okay. Yeah, Rowdy Tellez auto out. Sure. All right, chat. Let's lock in here. Let me tell you about the Mets. Let's keep moving and grooving. Mets ML. I got a feeling Juan Soto hits a nuke today.
Wow.
Yeah. Big Palante. It's, great story, right? He'll be telling his grandkids about it, but that 2.2 ERA, that 2-0 starts, it's long gone. It's long gone. Palante is going to get destroyed today, in my opinion, looking at some of his squares and just the Mets in general coming off of back-to-back losses. Mets are getting a lot of heat this week. Juan Soto not saying the right things either. I don't know, leaving his teammates out to dry, saying they don't have an Aaron Judge hidden behind him. I don't like those comments, but he probably didn't mean any ill will against it. He's trying to make himself look better and make excuses for his poor play. Well, at some point, Juan, you got to lock in. And I think today could be the day, coming off a goose egg, 0 fantasy score yesterday. Today he's up there for 7.5 on Prize Picks. I don't know if you can make him any lower. It's Juan Soto we're talking about, one of the best hitters in baseball, if not the best hitter in baseball. So I'm not surprised to see it up at 7.5, but after a goose egg 0 in that last game, I want to back him today, Jovan. And overall, he has looked better in the last 3 or 4 games at the dish. He's hit 2 home runs. Started to get some of that pop back, that power back that he was lacking in the first 2.5 weeks of the season. So coming off of duds, I kind of want to still buy low when he's still been looking better overall the last week or so. And I'm going to lean into Juan Soto and the Mets against Palante. And I also love the Griffin Canning earned run square that's up on Prize Picks that we'll talk about here in a moment. So I think Griffin Canning, coming off a bad start, locks back in. I liked what I saw out of him in the first 2 starts of the season. I'm a Griffin Canning guy now that he's on a new team and on the Angels. I like what I saw out of him. I think he bounces back after a bad start, his worst of the season. I think he locks in, gives up less than 2.5 earned runs allowed, and gives his Mets team a chance. And their lineup's going to feast against Palante today, in my opinion, looking at the squares.
I agree. I guess my one big-time worry is maybe the bullpen might screw you over a little bit because they had a fat bullpen game, but I agree that I think Palante does get hit up finally today.
Palante definitely looks better of late, Richie.
Crazy.
Jacob Young, cricket me. What did he do? He's not even up. It's Riley Adams that's up. Shit.
It's the quickest ending of an inning I've ever seen, Krabs.
You guys are all in the future. Riley Adams sucks. Yeah, Dave Martinez burner. You might have to stop putting him in the lineup. Might be time to move on from Riley Adams. Shit. A lot of ball left, chat. They're down 1-0. For the love of God.
No, the Nats still have life. A lot of life.
All right. Let's move and groove. I want to hear Jovan's next play. The over on the ice. Sure we can.
Yes, which I know you were talking about this game for a little bit. And when we were on the call earlier, there was a change, which I'm sure you could probably guess if you were to look at the line right now. Looks like outside of Vasi not starting, the rest of like the actual players for the Lightning are going to be playing tonight. It's probably going to be in limited fashion, somewhat, which I was not completely expecting. And obviously with the Rangers opening up like -130, like Vegas was not expecting either. But the reason they're doing that is because over the last couple of weeks, they've been working on their power play and really everything like super aggressive offensively they've been trying to iron out, and it's looked really, really good. So I think they want to keep that momentum, and that's something they're trying to work on now. So like I think when they're on the ice in terms of the starters and the top lines, they're going to be ripping because that's what's been the case for the last handful of games. They have not been shy. They want to get on the ice, or when they're on the ice, they have been just running down the ice, just crazy tempo. Honestly, some of the fastest tempo I've seen the Lightning play with all season. So maybe that's just because they want to make the time that they're on the ice worth it over the last couple weeks here when the matchup's already locked in against the Panthers. They're playing teams that aren't playing for shit, a bunch of backups. So I think when they are in, they're going to be absolutely peppering Igor in this game. But defensively, that's come with, I guess, some of its downsides too. They've been loading up a little more in those areas. Seen games against the Sabres where they were super loose defensively, and that didn't help them at all. Like the Panthers last game didn't really do all that much, but they had plenty of chances, even though they only scored 1 goal in the end. So I think this game is going to be super open. So I'm down for an over here, especially with Johansson and net, who they already play much faster and much more in their zone than with Vasi, obviously.
Okay. Some goals. Which team do you think carries the weight if you had to pick?
I mean, I think the Lightning do, but I think there could be – this screams a game where, like, maybe they go out to an early lead, Rangers fight back, and this goes to, like, OT, like 5-4, some crazy bullshit.
Okay. All right. Either way, you're seeing some goals on the ice tonight in this Lightning versus Rangers game.
Yeah.
Should be a pretty good one. All right.
Good.
Cannot wait to hear the sell job on that other play. We'll come back to it. I got one more for the peeps here. Rangers ML late night take me home piece. I guess the latest game on the diamond today, not super late, 8 p.m. Eastern. I want to back Kumar Rocker. I'm going to fade Kuchanowicz, your guy, Jovan. Back at Kumar Rocker and the Rangers and fading the Angels, who I think, I don't know if, their luck has run out or if their successes are done for the season yet. But I do want to kind of keep fading them when they're on this little downward spiral. After a great start to the season, they have lost 4 out of their last 5 games. They've lost 3 in a row. The Rangers have won 2 in a row, and I think they make it 3 in a row, even though Kumar Rocker has not been great so far when he's gotten the call up in the majors. He's 0-2. He's got that 8 ERA. I think he has a pretty darn good start today. We saw Patty C mow him down yesterday. I think we get Kumar Rocker to mow him down from the other side today, a much different arm. And Kachanowicz is really the bet here, to be completely honest with you. I want to fade this guy who is just atrocious. Atrocious. And the Rangers are a team we're pretty high on this year. I like that they're catching 10 cents of steam. Not surprised to see them catching steam after how last night went. They probably should be. But Kumar Rocker, minus 155 against anybody, was a little bit of a head scratcher. I want to lean into that.
Yeah, Angels, horrific program. Just really bad squad
They
out
are.
there. Might start to hit that cliff that they always hit after they look like the greatest team of all time for a couple weeks.
Yep.
Could start this
W
this
Prime
series.
in the chat. Subs if Scotty Bogey's here. Rumor has it he might be bogeying. Let me know. Let me know, Dave Martinez burner. Okay. Rye Guy, appreciate the sub, my man. Let's see some green today. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 3 plays from me on the diamond. Swing it back around to Jovan straight bets. I think he's got a play on the pitch. I believe it's that last
pitch.
play.
College baseball.
No.
Huh.
Okay.
This is actually, probably game of the year. One of them, at least you could argue, between these 2 teams and McNeese. I guess like Houston Christian's been really good in conference too, but both of these teams are like legitimate. You're going to see them, probably one of them. I don't know if it's going to be McNeese. I think it'll be one of these 2 teams in the tournament, and they're going to be threats to pull multiple upsets. These are really good programs, in Sela and UTRGV. And I've been super high on Sela all year. Brendan Stuprich is, I would argue, the best pitcher in the conference, and he's going to be on the bump today, obviously, as the Friday night guy, even though the game's Thursday. So this is a big matchup. Both these teams are coming off of midweek games where they played much tougher opponents and lost. Like Sela played Southern Miss in a closely contested game, lost. UTRGV, they've had a lot of close games against much better comp, but not this week against Texas, which they're the best team in the country, and just really struggled. They used a shit ton of their bullpen, and they're going to need it because even though they have their number 1 starter on the mound, Cabral, he struggled with going pretty deep into games. He's gone a lot deeper recently, but swing and miss stuff hasn't been there. That hurts you against Sela. I think the offense shows out in this game, but they have the horse on the mound tonight. That's why I'm going to back them. Kind of planned on doing this for a while in this Super Bowl of a game, but taking them on the ML. It's minus 130.
Okay. Sela. They got lines up for that shit now.
They do. This is a big game.
Unbelievable.
Huge game.
Biggest.
Like not even like me talking like Southland basketball, just because it's the shit I watch and pay attention to. Like this is a legitimate, like really great game for college baseball.
I'm in. Sign me up. What time does the puppy start up for those trying to get involved?
I think 6. I can check the Carfax, but normal like late night start time, prime time start time.
Trent will give 10 subs if Wood turns green this inning. Okay. Come on, James. Please, bro. I'm seeing in chat JP Crawford warning track power. I bet.
Huge.
He is bad at ball. Bad at ball. All right. W plays Jovan. Sure. Let's swing it around to the squares that we're locking in for today. And there it is. Yep.
There it is, Krabs.
There it goes. See ya. Right? Kind of like Aaron Judge's production in the last 2 weeks. Not much. A lot of singles, a lot of dinky hits. Honestly, a lot of blessings and handouts from the scorers because he's been hitting a lot of balls kind of hard and it's been hitting off people's gloves. They've been making errors and they've been giving him hits. I don't know. I've seen that a lot on my feed, people bitching, but Aaron Judge has not hit a home run in a long time. Aaron Judge hit 6 home runs off the rip. Everybody already cashed the more than home runs for the season that I locked in on my prize picks the other way and said that I had no chance of hitting it. And since that moment, he has not hit a single other home run. Interesting. He just does not look the same at the dish. I don't know. He looks like he's a contact hitter now. Maybe he's just trying to be less selfish, which honestly, I I respect. Maybe he's just trying to put the ball in play, help the team win, and not just be a me guy and hit home runs every single time, make it all about himself. That could be it. Honestly, Jovan, I wouldn't be shocked. But the guy has not been locked in, all jokes aside. He has not been his, power craving self that he was in the first week of the season where he hit 6 nukes. Did he hit one yesterday, chat saying? No shot.
He did hit one yesterday, which I'm sure makes you like it even more.
I mean, yeah, it does today. But before that, he has not hit a single one. No shot. He squeaked one in last night, dudes.
It's squeak.
How did I miss that? Okay. Well, besides that, he has not done a single thing or had any more pop or hit a ball besides a dinky single over the last 2 weeks. And I think that continues today. And Jovan, it doesn't hurt that he's going against a Rays arm who low-key is kind of afraid to pitch to him a little bit here. Taj Bradley has walked him in half his career bats. The other half, he's gotten him out. So Aaron Judge, knock on wood, has yet to get a hit off of Taj Bradley, which is pretty weird. So we got an Alex Call hit. There we go, chat.
There we go.
Come on, chat. Yeah, he's hitting 409, but where's the power, Hoffy? Where's the pop? It's gone, besides last night's nuke, I guess. Shit. Yeah, this guy's not had his typical pop that we've seen Aaron Judge have in the beginning of the season here. So I want to fade Aaron Judge against a pitcher who, number one, I think he's just going to walk him, let alone not let him get a hit off of him. The guy's not gotten a hit off of him in his entire career. That's not going to happen again tonight. I like the under in this game between the Yankees and the Rays. And I don't think Aaron Judge is launching a baseball like he did last night. Give me his less than 1.5 TVs.
Sure. Shout out
It's
Taj.
juicy to the under on the books. Why is it even up on the books? Why is it up on Prize Picks?
Yeah. Taj is him. And a DeGen somewhere smiling.
Taj is him. Sure. And we do got to get the logo changed for Griffin Canning. You are correct. W call Nerfy chat. And we do have James Wood at the dish right now with 1 out. Let's see if he can do anything here. Come on, James. Come on, James. Do a job. Griffin Canning, like I talked about earlier, love the Mets. And I really like Griffin Canning to go less than his 2.5 earned runs allowed. Super juicy to the under on the books as well. W. Stanley, the Clove, coming in hot. Resubbing as well. Let's go, Stan, the man. Sure we can. Appreciate you, Stan. W. Subby. Griffin Canning's going to go out there and have a legacy start like he did the first couple of the season, I believe. I'm a Griffin Canning believer, Jovan. And after the worst start of his season, I want to back him to go out there and shove against the Cardinals. Guys, he's the Mets starting pitcher tonight. We'll get that graphic fixed. Don't worry about it. But he's going to go out there and shove. Love that the Mets opened up minus 140 in the spot against Palante, who's been hot. That tells me it's a Griffin Canning legacy start. Give me his less than 2.5 earned runs allowed. Super juicy on the books for a reason.
Sure. GG James. Craftsman.
Yeah, I mean, he's trying to hit home runs. I don't know what to tell you. He's trying to hit a home run every pitch. He's swinging it rat shit inside pitches. He's not seeing this guy well. I don't know what to tell you.
Horrible ABs.
Yeah, I mean, he's had a handful of horrible at-bats all season, and those are 2 of them today.
Yeah, really bad. Really bad.
Those are 2 of them today.
I
wish I had a better reasoning or answer, but brutal. Brutal. All right. James Wood's like the Bradley Beal baseball. That's just the least correct thing I've seen in my entire life. No. All right, Jovan. It's your time to shine, my man. Let's talk about this, Squares.
Go to the ice. Hope Rav doesn't see this, but we have kind of a Booper Bowl tonight. Doesn't really mean anything for the Caps, but they're going to be playing some of the starters for at least a little bit. They're not sitting too many guys, and some of them will see limited action, kind of similar to what the Lightning are doing. But meaningless game for them. I think the Pens show up today, get a win, but pretty, I guess, important narrative, especially if I'm expecting goals. And thankfully, the goalie situation for the Caps is something that'll allow them to do so. But Sidney Crosby, you're obviously playing against the Caps. Maybe it doesn't mean the same because Ovechkin on the other side is not quite the same, even if he plays limited fashion. But you got a line mate of Sidney Crosby who he consistently feeds for every single goal, damn near. I think he has, out of his last 10, only 2, and one of them was an empty netter, was not assisted by him because they play on the same line. They also play on both PP1. He's going for a big milestone today that he's never hit in his career, 30 goals. Brian Rust, who he is a feeder of and you're going to get ample chance to do it against this Caps team that is not playing for anything right now. Defensively, they're going to be mixing lines up in the back, and obviously you get no brick wall on net tonight. So I think he's getting an assist. It's a normal square. He'll probably be ripping two for part of it just for the novelty of the game. It's on ESPN, but he's been a Brian Rust guy for the entirety of his career. Been on the same line for ages now, and I can assure you he will be involved in this milestone of his tonight. So give me Sidney Crosby, and then I kind of already talked about what I like with Christopher Sanchez. You'll see his Ks everywhere because the Giants strike out a lot against left-handed pitching, and I think that's a valid take. But I just think he overall dominates this game. The Giants are not the team that you kind of want to beat a pitcher that wants you to pound it into the ground, and that's exactly what Christopher Sanchez does when he's not going to strike you out. He's a great sinker ball pitcher. So I think that's a horrible matchup for him. I think they get the win. I like the under in the game, so I'm just rolling them all in the one square with the fantasy score.
Sure. Love that. And I'm hearing Griffin Canning square might be off the board, which is moose shit, chat.
That's Rapis.
God, it is, man. What the
Rapis.
It's just so beat. I guess I'll pivot to his fantasy score. It sucks. It's probably too juicy to the under, if I had to guess, but I'm blown because I was about to lock it in with your two squares right now. Great sell job, though, on your two squares. And I'll tell you right now, Sidney Crosby is getting involved on the ice tonight against the Caps. Already seen
Definitely
that.
Get involved.
Definitely getting involved. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know
and
if
I'm on that Sanchez square as well.
I don't know if Clay Stevenson's getting that shutout, Jocko. Not gonna lie to you.
That would be something. Is he making his debut? Is it his debut or?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. That should go well. Hard to get an assist when the puck can't get past the goat. All right, Jocko. All right. Non-biased take whatsoever from Chaco there in the chat. Known Caps fan. Love it. Love it. All right. Jovan, W squares. I'm going to pivot to that Griffin Canning more than fantasy score so we can lock in the Sharp Report 4-man. I will drop the link to that puppy in the chat.
Yeah, there we go.
For now. Maybe we could talk about the rest of the MLB slates. Go over the rest of the games, the plays. See what we're eyeing over there. Not the most games of all time, but we got plenty to work with.
Kind of a really bad slate.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. JP Sears against Martin. Martin, who is, not been terrible, I guess, in his last outing, but he's got that earned run square up there, Jovan. I kind of want to take the more than on that and maybe the less than on JP Sears's. I don't know. I kind of like the Athletics here, but do I want to lay minus 135? And they were minus 150 earlier today. So the fact that they're minus 135 is kind of weird.
Yeah, I mean, I don't fade Davis Martin in this household. He's goated. I will say, he probably has a little bit more trouble because part of the reason I think he was going to have so much success. This was last time he pitched was, I believe, the game we took him against the Red Sox, and they won by 10 runs. He was dominant in that start, and part of that was because the Red Sox were swinging at ridiculous pitches because they chase a lot, they strike out a lot. Team with the least strikeouts in all the MLB is the A's. So I think it'll be not quite as smooth sailing for him in this start, but I think he'll pitch well. I think the total's low enough to kind of reflect that too. So I still kind of lean the White Sox, but not enough to feel super confident Red Sox game-wise and push the button.
Yeah, looking at the line, White Sox are definitely catching some steam. It's interesting.
Yeah.
And I've never seen a guy get picked off more and the tag be worse and cost a guy a pick-off in my entire life than what I just witnessed in that fucking Nats game. O'Neill Cruz is hosed, and Nate Lau looks like he's never played first base in his entire life. He's played a lot of games there.
Maybe the shirt's too tight. He can't move quick enough.
He can't move. He can't reach.
That was a pretty bad throw.
He's worried he's going to pop a button if he moves too fast. Was it the throw, Goots? Do I got to zoom in?
It was kind of low.
Man, I thought
O'Neill got back there pretty quick.
Yeah, he did. All right.
Long arm.
Yeah. Giants and Phillies. Jovan, I think it's the Phillies here on the ML after I gave out Phillies ML cake yesterday, but they're minus 185. So not the hottest of takes. And, Does anybody really want to lay that? Probably not. You took Sanchez's more than fantasy score. You also think Hicks goes out there and pitches pretty well, and you're just taking that under, which is definitely the play, in my opinion. And that's how you avoid that minus 180, right? I think that's probably the right way to do it.
Hope so.
Yep. O's parlay, first-time chatter, coming in hot. Sure we can. Appreciate the first-time chat, my man. Goots, you got an O's parlay up and moving? He could tell? I just assume you already have one of those locked in.
No, just take
Okay,
all
if you
the
don't.
unders.
Okay. just fade every play on the S. Okay. Nats are playing bad ball. Oh, good. They missed the tag on the steal to second as well. Nice.
Actually, I think you're nuts.
Attaboy Nunez. Sure. Unbelievable. First time chatter paid by Goots. That could be Rito. That could be. Cannot confirm or deny. Okay. Thoughts on Chad Baker-Mazara entering the portal today to play as a 26-year-old? I would too if I was him, but that's just absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. At what point is it like, are we going to have 30-year-olds, a bunch of Brandon Whedons running around? Remember that guy?
Brandon Whedon, of course I do.
OK State, I think. Yeah, was it OK State where he was at when he was 30 years old and in college? Yep.
Justin Blackman.
Tearing up. Yeah,
Yeah.
throwing at Justin Blackman, tearing up the old style Big 12 with just no defense.
Yeah.
People forget that guy was 32 in college and got drafted pretty early, I think. Nats baseball, quality product. I don't know what you're seeing, Devils are Rock Chalk. They don't look like a quality product today.
I would assume that's why he's saying it.
Yep. Well, ooh. Interesting. All right, let's keep moving to grooving. All right, I want to talk about some of these other games. Give me the Orioles on the ML. Any thoughts on Lorenzen in a little revenge game here for the Royals? Jovan, he is he's not been great so far this season. I was kind of eyeing the Royals at plus chicken.
I don't hate the Royals, especially because I guess what seems like it's sharp with Lorenzen every single time, kind of like the Orioles as a team, is cake. And my immediate thought was, how the fuck is Reese Olson minus 150 when we were looking at this game last night? So this is probably the perfect time for Lorenzen to come in and shove. Now, like, it would make all the sense in the world for the Tigers to get after him because he has reverse splits. Tigers have plenty of righties that can hurt you, and like the couple lefties they have not been hitting the ball well whatsoever. So, I mean, it would make sense for him to get touched up a little bit. I just don't know that I see it happening.
We got the Snakes splooging against Miami, and we got DeGen coming in, giving out 5 subbies. Jovan, let's go, dude.
Let's
go, DeGen. Attaboy. Appreciate you, Beast. We did already do the sharp report, Braden Williams, but we do have the plays going across the bottom bar. If you can see those puppies, those are all of our plays from the sharp reports going across the bottom of the screen. Okay? Dubs. DeGen, you're him. Appreciate you, Beast. W's. All right. Jovan, I'm looking at Kansas City, and I want to push the button. Plus 120.
Won't tell you no.
I'm looking at Lorenzen and some of his squares on Prize Picks, like that fantasy score, which maybe is nothing to write home about, but he has a 2.5 earned runs allowed square after giving up 3 in 2 of his last 3 outings. I wouldn't mind taking that less than, or I wouldn't mind backing the Royals and Lorenzen in a revenge game against the Tigers. So I believe he just made a freaking all-star game with last year. Was that last year?
Maybe 2 years ago?
2 years ago, maybe. Wasn't Michael Lorenzen a random-ass all-star out of nowhere?
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was last year. I think it was 2.
2 years ago?
Yeah, it might have been when he was with the Tigers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he was talking about.
Okay. Then
Yeah, 2023.
Could have been.
Maybe he gets some of that mojo back pitching on that mound against his former team.
Yeah. Could see that.
I want to back the Royals. The unders catching steam as well. Might see some 7.5s popping up. Would not be shocked.
Yeah.
Would not be shocked. All right. Can I get the Rays report from you?
Yeah. A lot of Yankees love today. which I'm a little surprised of. But Will Warren, kind of a bad matchup to be pitching against the Rays right now, because the Rays have all of a sudden become that team that I'm starting to look at for pitchers that are giving up a lot of hard contact and have been very fortunate, and they come to play the Rays and they get absolutely shelled. Cough, cough, Tanner Houck and pitchers like that. Will Warren is giving up plenty of loud contact. So, I mean, for guys like Junior, even for guys like Brendan Lau, because Will Warren's also been awful against lefties, that's really, really bad news. So, I mean, it's probably the Rays today.
I think it's the Rays today as well. I think Taj Bradley goes out there and shoves. If you can limit Aaron Judge, the Yankees' chances of winning are very minimal. Very minimal, right?
Yeah.
I think they do that today. Okay. All right, let's go hit, Nats. Come on. Let's go hit. Hoffy likes the over.
For the Nats, Krabs?
Yeah, I don't know who we have coming up. I'll let you know when I see him coming up here in a second after commercial. Hoffy, you know, I brought up that under in that game to Jovan, and he had a pretty good point to me earlier. He said that total looks a little high to him. I don't disagree.
Yeah, it's just that I don't know. It's like this is like the sharp under today, it seems, which I always feel uncomfortable with when it's the sharp under after a 1-0 game last night. That was essentially the same exact scenario. So it's like I don't love the over. Obviously not enough to push the button myself, but it's definitely odd to see it just kind of perched at like the 8.5 now.
Yeah. I'm with you. Thought it opened up a little high. It'll probably keep me off of it. And if everybody's taking that as their sharp under today, no chance I'm getting involved. Okay. Let's go, Big Cheesy. Sure we can. Let's keep moving and grooving. All right. Are you with me on the Mets and the Rangers tonight, or?
I think I'm with you on the Mets. Rangers, I could be convinced. You know, I'm a loyal Kachanowicz fader. Just, you know, the Angels are probably going to be Barry after last night.
Yeah. Total opened up pretty high. I was hoping, looking at some of Rocker's squares, that it might be the Rangers offense doing the damage. But, I mean, with the 10 total, or opening up a 10 total, it's got to be both teams getting involved. So,
you would think.
You would think. Yep. You're probably not wrong. This is more of a bet on fading Kachanowicz than backing Kumar Rocker, but some of the squares for Kumar were just a bonus. Uncle Phil bonus pick. Looking at some of those puppies.
Huge debut bonus pick.
Yep. I really like the Mets though today, and I don't even know how sharp of a play that is, right? You're back in, you know, very expensive, you know, cool new team, the Mets here, who went on a run last year in the postseason. But you are fading Palante, who everybody loves now and thinks is, you know, the next Max Scherzer. Everybody's already locked in their Cy Young tickets, right? And who wants to back Griffin Canning? Nobody. And Jovan, I do want to confirm the reason why that square got taken off is because the juice is super, super heavy to the under. I'm going to confirm here in 1 second. Yeah, I mean, minus 145 now to the under 2.5. That shit was minus 130 this morning. And there's really no reason why it should be. Number one, that low, and number two, moving that way. This is Griffin Canning we're talking about here. The Cardinals' offense has not been the issue. And they won last night. They've won 3 of their last 4 games. Weird. It's the Mets tonight.
You could be honest off from there.
It's the Mets tonight. And you're getting a Griffin Canning legacy start. So enjoy it while you can, chat. Those don't grow on trees. Those don't grow on trees. Okay? I'm taking notes on everybody who's chirping the Nats right now. I got it written down on a little notepads. And when the Nats come back and win this game, I'm going to make fun of all you guys. Okay? I'm writing it down. Every single name right now. I got 100 names written down. Right
That's
next
huge.
To me. I just added, where'd he go? I just added LMNG Burner. Sure. Hate the Nats so much. I know. They're very, very a bad ball club. At least right now they are. Heaney's a dog. Yeah, veteran Heaney's getting the best of us, man. These freaking veteran lefties. They've been carving us up all season, bro. All season. All right, Trent, I've added you to the list. Sure. That makes it 101.
I mean, Trent lives on the list, dude. He's never been off the list.
The only thing I'm chirping is that Aaron Judge is going over home runs this season. Then bet it, OG. Bet it. I think they still have some live markets up, which make me feel like I'm still in a pretty good spot.
They do have a lot of live markets up, which is kind of weird.
Interesting. Matt Gauthier, I'm happy to add you to the list. Gotcha. Got you written down. Sure. Unless the bases get juiced against Ellie, Heaney's okay. I remember him last year walking the bases loaded multiple times. Dude was all over the place. Today, he looks locked in, though. Drum F, I will write your name down, my man. You're goated? Sure. Minus 250. Nats hater? Sure. Okay. Oh, OG. He's in your season long, is he now? Okay. Krabs is about to purchase the largest shed if the Nats come back. World's largest shed.
World's largest shed.
Come on, Garcia. Get the people going here. 2-0 count, 2 outs. A gag would just do wonders here. I haven't seen a Garcia gag in 2.5 weeks. It's been a while.
You're at least going to have to wait another AB.
Appreciate all you guys being at the game. How's it even fun?
I'll get a Nats jersey that says I heart Krabs on the back if wood turns green.
First off, you won't. Second off, unfortunately, with comments like that, there's no shot he gets a hit. Puts the ball in play. Do you guys even watch baseball games anymore, or do you just check the apps? I'll say it. Do you guys even watch the games? Or do you just look at the little apps and check the little scores and the little updates and try to be a little quicker than everybody
Trent
else?
has done irreparable damage to
Yeah,
Sweat.
I'm with you here, Krabs. It's a epidemic. If
Do
that's the
people
right
even
word.
watch the ball games? I feel like a caveman. I feel like I got one of those box TVs I'm watching the game on because you guys already know what happened 3 innings before me.
Well, you know what I do? I do both. I have all the games on, and I have the laptop up with the real app.
See, Goots, and I've done that too, and that's cool and great and all, but it just doesn't hit the same when you're watching, the baseball game, and next thing you know, James Wood's hitting the ball 116 miles an hour, and the ball's 450 feet to center field. It's going in the fucking ravine out there in Rav City. It just doesn't hit the same when you know it's coming,
Yeah.
right?
I mean,
It's also like it's so much easier to bet on guys that you've actually put eyes on for the entirety of their games instead of just seeing their box score a million times.
I also only do that when the O's aren't playing because I don't want to see the O's noties. But when they're not playing, I don't care if I see a James Wood nuke and then look up and see it again.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
We got Snowman coming in with a party of 17. Snowman, you are him. You are him. There's no shot at Trent, bro. I'm just chirping. It's not that deep, KP. I do think it's an epidemic, though. It's something that needs to be studied. Maybe I'm old school, though. Right? Maybe I like watching the games. I don't know. But it sucks. I'm like an hour behind you guys. Fuck. Over for A's and Sox game. What do you guys think? I'll be honest. I don't know if I like that. I kind of like the under. Kind of like the under, chat.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie to you. Okay. All right. Trent was a leader of the score app watching. I know.
He was. And now, because he uses score to try and be the fastest, everybody's trying to outgun him in chat or in court or wherever it may be. So it's just nobody can ever watch game.
Billy, I think Kumar pitches decent tonight. Good, not great. I bet you he gives up 2 runs, pitches 5 1/3, 6 Ks. For him, that's great, to be honest with you.
Yeah, for him, that's a fantastic start.
Yeah. I think he pitches pretty well. I do. I think he pitches pretty well. How is Dame coming back game 2? I don't know. But respect. Respect. Am I hearing Seattle's tied and not a peep about it?
Oh, you're asking to watch game. It did just happen.
And yep, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Luke Raley is at a nuke, and now I got to wait 20 minutes to watch it. Okay. Okay. Well, you know what? I guess when it ends up tying it up and giving your bet some life, I really don't care that much. Let's fucking go. Yeah. Come on.
Good news. Good news
sure
is always different.
Sure we can. All right. Let's see if the Nats can make this a ball game, man. Trevor Williams is still out there. He's cooking. Come on, Mariners. Come on, Drum. Krabs, we all knew Corbin 10Ks is never hitting, but can we get the Mac review? I'll be honest, I would feel sickly. I would feel ill. I would not be able to give you my fastball the rest of the show. I'm not doing that unless I actually lose the challenge. If you think I'm doing a handout mac and cheese review, you don't know me. That has to be earned.
Yeah, it has to be incredibly earned.
It's not a bit, LMNG. I legitimately don't like the taste, bro.
What about
I don't like it.
mac and cheese review if Judge goes under season home runs?
No, because that's going to happen.
Then maybe the other way. Maybe the other way then.
Ooh.
If he hits,
that would have been about, you probably could have gotten me if I was a little fired up there in the moment.
Yeah, I mean, I was trying to get you something on that side of the coin. I figured you'd want to do it as like a reward if you were to go under. But if you want to do it for the other side and you feel that confident, I mean, that would be great.
I mean, I'll tell you right now, he's not going over.
That would just be, that would be double piss, if Ackrell's is saying.
I'm willing to risk it.
Double piss for Judge going over?
Yeah.
Wow. That's called standing on fucking business.
That's just me knowing ball and knowing the guy's not fucking going more than his number.
Wow.
He's not.
I wonder what his live, like, Fangraphs projections are at.
I'd love to know, to be honest. And now that doesn't factor in his, routinely 45 missed games per season, right?
Well, it kind of does. Kind of does.
Okay. If we just get this man good mac and cheese, it's not a punishment. Bro, I'm telling you, Jeff, I've tried it all. I've tried the craft. I've tried the gourmet. I've even tried crab mac and cheese. I've tried it all. To no avail. I hate its guts. I hate mac and cheese's guts. And I hate Aaron Judge's guts. These are two things I know. Chat, if Aaron Judge goes over his season-long home run projection before the season, I will do a mac and cheese review on BTL.
He's currently projected 51.
Wow. So a hair over. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Bro, Dave Martinez burner. I wanted to like it. I just can't. I can't. I'm willing to give it a shot.
It's not actual projections, Fat Girls. That's just like if he has X halfway through the season, they double it. Yeah, it's the math, not like real projections.
Okay.
Yeah, Fangraphs says 51.
Okay. Sure. I mean, at some point, these teams got to stop pitching to him as well, and they kind of have a little bit over the last couple of weeks. But I didn't understand at the beginning of the season why everyone was just throwing him cock meat fastballs.
Dude, he gets the most meatballs in the league. It's actually absurd. Actually, from last year too, there's so many like worst pitch of year candidates that are all Judge. They're just right down the vein.
Maybe it's because they're nervous. I don't know, right? Maybe these guys, they lose control facing Judge. I don't know. They're not doing it intentionally because they're going to lose their jobs, right? But it's weird. It's weird. God, I'm excited to see what Goots is building right now in the background. I'm looking at the.
What is this, Goots?
I'm looking at the studio. You guys can't see it, but you will in a second here. I don't know what the fuck this is, but
Goots, bro. What is
Goots
that?
Explain this in a moment. Have you ever tried it on a sandwich? John, they have mac and cheese crab hot dogs at Camden Yards, and I've even tried that, and I don't like them.
Like what is that, Goots?
Trent DM'd this to me and said this is what he's going to buy if James Wood cash for him.
Okay. I was wondering, where are we going with this? It's like, what the fuck is this, dude? Nice, Trent.
Krabs 69.
Nice, brother. Yeah, that might be the ugliest jersey known to man. Unbelievable. All right, we got Dylan Moore steal with one out. Let's fucking go, chat. Come on. I want both. I want the Nats too. Come on. We got Jacob Young at the dish battling right now, Jovan. Absolutely battling.
In Burgundia.
3-2 count.
I love that.
We got him absolutely battling. Okay. And how about a fucking leadoff walk for the guy, Jacob Young? Don't be afraid to get those legs loose. Come on. Let's go. Let's bring him home. Let's tie this game up. You guys see the Rodgers quote about the Jets? No, I'd love to see it. It's probably something so just mean and bad for just team. Well, he's not on the team anymore, but that guy is just not a leader. He's just not a good guy. I've just come to terms with it. Aaron Rodgers, I respect him as a football player. I still think he has one more shot, but he's just not a good guy. He just does not say the right things. Krabs not liking lobster mac and cheese should be studied. I mean, yeah, I cannot stand lobster in general, to be honest with you. That also doesn't make much sense. Nope. Can't stand it.
It's actually unbelievable. The whole mac and cheese hate, just I can't get it through my head.
Bro, I try it every quarter and I don't like it.
It's not that I don't believe you. I just don't understand how it's a thing. It just genuinely confuses me.
Yeah, because if it dove into my brain, you would see that there's probably things that are connected that typically aren't, and that has led me to bet the way I do, and that has led me to not like mac and cheese. Two things I know. Right?
Yeah. It's insane.
Yeah, Alex, man, I wish I had some answers for you, brother. I do. Crabs and lobsters been at war for eons. That is true, Jay Wells. That goes back decades, centuries. Sure. Chaco, dude, I just don't like the taste. I want to throw up even just thinking about it right now. My mouth is watering. Gross. Gross. All right, let's see if we can get a little Riley Adams base hit. Let's see if Riley Adams could be a little productive. What do you think? You think he's getting a base knock here, getting off the schneid? Probably not.
I'm going to guess from Trent spoiling it that he probably didn't.
That's actually a double play. Nice.
Oh, GG.
That's actually a double play.
GG.
Yep. Crazy part is that could have easily been a base hit. It's actually a really good play by IKF.
Well, GG. Thank you, Riley.
Sam Moody in the chat. Aaron Rodgers on final meeting with the Jets. I felt there wasn't an ample amount of respect in that meeting. I guess I shouldn't have been surprised based on some things I saw over 2 years. Huh.
I mean, what do they have to respect?
Yeah, I mean, the things he says and the results over the last 2 years, I'd find it hard to respect him right this second as well.
It's like at some point you gotta adjust the bar here. They're not going to treat you like you're Josh Allen, Pat Mahomes, Lamar when like you should have been valued at that when you were fucking 10 years younger. You just gotta be real. Ego's too big for him to realize that.
It sucks seeing legends tarnish their legacies by either off the field BS or bad play at the end of their careers or not knowing when to hang them up. It sucks. Because like this is going to outweigh in our brains how unbelievable he was at throwing the football for over a decade. It's going to tarnish it, whether it's subconscious or not. It will. It already has. We all think a little bit lesser of Aaron Rodgers, right? We all do. Because the last couple of years. It is what it is. I've never seen a guy throw the deep ball better in my entire life. Never seen a guy throw the Hail Mary better. He was unbelievable. He had magic. But I think he's just a little too much of a jerk. It's kind of what it's looking like, to be honest with you. Might be a little too much of a jerk.
Yep. A
little bit. Okay. And the Nats have 3 hits to the Pirates 1, and they're losing 1-0. Okay.
Wow. It's like we got Trent on the mound. Trent at the dish. Definitely not at the mound. Trent was serving up fucking turkeys last night, dude. We jumped in a game. He immediately gave up like 8 runs. It was unbelievable.
Oh, man. All right. If you guys are running again tonight, I'll get involved.
I was going to say, with the slate tonight, we might need like a little fucking Bookit World Series. BTL versus Trent and LC.
I'm in. I mean, they would get destroyed, but.
Dude, PCI Goods needs to hang out.
I'm awful at video games, dude.
PCI Goods is crazy.
Cricket meat at every single game you can think of.
Yeah, dude. If Trent's on the mound in Bookit World Series, we're dropping 25 runs.
I mean,
just horrendous pitcher.
I literally download every MLB The Show game, start a road to the show, play up to the majors, and then I don't play again because I'm terrible at it.
Hashtag let Goods hit directional.
Yep.
Goots could hit directional against Trent because somehow every pitch Trent throws ends up right down the middle. So you wouldn't have to move a damn thing.
That's impressive.
Really bad.
See, I've had some troubles with some of the new pitching. I don't even know what to call them, like the meters and the weird mechanisms they've had for you to pitch. So I go back to the OG meter. I go in the settings. I got the meter up and moving. It works. I've heard the nerds say, "Oh, you can't get as much break on that." But I don't give a hoot.
It's definitely pretty inaccurate, which sucks.
Wow.
That's why I don't use it.
If I'm nice at it though,
you have to be like super nice.
I'm pretty good at it.
Insanely nice.
Yep. Big Cheesy, it really sucks that one hit is all you saw because I might be the greatest softball player of all time. The lights are too bright, Big Cheesy. Don't let that one vlog outweigh your opinions of me on the diamonds.
I'd say Krabs from that clip to his MLB The Show game. MLB The Show game is definitely better.
Yes, it is.
Definitely better.
Yes, it is. All right. Stanley, I'm all in on the Mets, man. I think you got some good-looking plays there. He'll be given 50 subs after the Mets win -1.5. Sanchez gives up less than 1.5 earned runs. Sela covers the -1.5. And Brian Rust, ATG. Sure.
That's hilarious.
Okay.
What
50 subs coming in from Stan when that hits. Okay.
What a lay.
I do need to redeem myself. You're not wrong. And yeah, PCI, you'll get the hang of it, Goots. You just got to practice a little bit. You got to practice a little bit. The problem. Okay.
Nope.
Okay. All right.
I have a good eye though. Javon can attest to that.
Great eye.
Great
Works
eye.
some ABs, man.
I can walk, man.
Goots is definitely built to work and count.
Built to work count.
Hey, shout out your Heat last night.
Yeah. How about them? Spo had them looking like the Harlem Globetrotters.
Yeah.
Tyler Hero couldn't miss. Unbelievable showing. Kalel was nice. Wiggins was great for a little bit before he missed like 12 shots in a row. I mean, they're looking nicey. All that to have a chance to get smoked by the Cavs is kind of rat shit, but better than nothing.
Yeah. Well, yeah, probably, to be honest. I can't really figure out a world where they end up beating that team, but they got to get through Atlanta first tomorrow, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. It's a big if.
They're actually favorites against Atlanta, so we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, and shout out Valanciunas less than everything last night. Hilarious.
Yep.
Can't make it up.
So fun.
Yeah, both favorites caught a bunch of steam last night, and then both dogs went outright. Weird.
Yeah. How about it?
I wonder if that was just people were betting the favorites after what they saw happen on night one of the play-in, and maybe that was moving the lines. But yeah, I don't see lines moving like that, and then the opposite result occurring, not only covering but outright very often. I thought that was kind of funny. Dallas and Miami won pretty easily outright.
Yeah, handily.
And I'm pretty mad at myself for not betting Dallas.
What you didn't bet Dallas? Thought we were set on that journey.
Yeah, I didn't get there. Shit day yesterday. We're bouncing back today. Okay? Slim, don't chalk the Nats yet, man. Come on. Don't chalk them yet. All right, hang around. All right. Did they give up a nuke or something? Jesus. First, third, no outs. They'll be okay, bro. Trust in Trevor. That's where he does his best work.
Trust in Trevor, Krabs.
That's where he does his best work.
Even Davey Martinez saying dead. Move on.
It's never good to hear the manager say that.
No.
They're good to have the manager on his day off today because he's sitting out that suspension or whatever. Good to see him in the chat. Sure.
Trust in Trevor is just.
There you go. Good pitch, Trevor. In Trevor, we trust. What do you say?
I can't believe those words just came out of your mouth.
What do you say? He's got Cruz 0-2. He's really got the better of him this time around. See if he can finish the job. Come on. Love to see the corners in this economy, but I guess we don't make adjustments like that during the game. Okay. Yeah, Big Cheesy, that might be the first ever time those words have been said in that order.
At least referring to this, Trevor. I'm trying to think of
Unbelievable.
any other ones that could apply to.
Yeah. Hey, even if Trevor gives up a
Hoffman.
run here, he still had a good outing. So
Yeah, he has.
he has not been the issue here. It's the offense. It's an absolute joke right now. It's crazy, man. You take C.J. Abrams out of the lineup, and everyone just falls apart. He's the glue. He is the glue, the mojo, whatever you want to call it, the heart and soul.
It's the aura.
He's the guy. He is the aura guy. Yeah, no aura farming today for Nasim Nunez and James Woods. None yet. None yet. Hey, I'd take Trevor Williams over Trevor Bauer any day of the week. You kidding me? It's not even close. Talk about NBA. Nah, there's no games on today, bro. We're not going to waste your guys' time.
Yeah, what are we talking about? Fucking the games that are tomorrow?
We can get the squad right up and moving here in a moment. I guess I'll ask you about any plays on the ice. I'm seeing Pittsburgh down to now a pick'em, Jovan, against the Caps, which tells me the Caps are losing this game today.
Yeah, again, I mean, there's going to be some guys out for the Caps tonight, and then you have the goalie debut situation. But it makes all the sense in the world. I do think the Pens going to win today.
Yeah, Caps were out last night at the Nats game in Pittsburgh drinking. I saw the high noons out. They were boozing. I feel like this game means nothing. I mean, I know it's on ESPN. I know it's Pitt versus Washington, but I think I might get involved on Pitt here. That's the old win-win. The Krabby way.
Sure. There you go.
Definitely looks weird. And you know Pittsburgh's going to show up, try to close out the season strong here at home, right? And get a win against their rival. It's Sidney Crosby. He's not giving up, right?
Yeah.
What about, you already talked about the over in Tampa and the Rangers. Any thoughts on Carolina, Ottawa?
Yeah, that one's a little weird because another one where the Canes are resting their entire team. I think they've been there at that spot for a couple games now, and the Sens are trying to get everybody geared up for the series against the Leafs, where they're going to have to take care of a really good defensive team. So they're probably going to use this game to be similar to like the Lightning, super aggressive offensively and try to figure things out. So, I mean, this is probably a faster paced game. I don't know if I trust the Canes enough to get to an over just because I don't really know what their motivation offensively is going to look like. But I know the Sens are going to try and do everything they can to break them down.
Yeah, dude, that's kind of what I was looking at. Maybe trying to take the Sens in some capacity here. Does it make is it too easy to see or notice, or is it nasty enough where you'd be okay with laying it here? Because you've done a good job kind of talking me into or talking me off some of these games that matter for one side on the ice the last couple of days.
Yeah, which I mean, I don't know. I'm just looking at the ones today that are very obvious. It's the three that we've talked about. Like the Sens are alive and going to be in the playoffs, and they're using this as kind of a game to get geared up. Rick Kane's arresting everybody. The Caps will have guys playing on pretty much a pitch count, and then they're playing the Pens who are playing for nothing, but it's Crosby and milestone guys. And last home game of the season, obviously, for the Pens, like they have some motivation. The Caps really don't. And then the Rangers are kind of out of it, and the Lightning are using it for the same thing. Like it's going to fall apart somewhere. I don't know if the Sens is the one where it does.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, all those angles are not going to play out well for the teams who are trying. We'll see how it ends up playing out. You're probably better off just staying off the ice in general today, but that over you gave in that Tampa and New York game, and that total's also moved up an entire goal, which you don't see.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yep.
Because the books at first assume that I think the Lightning weren't playing anybody.
Right.
Then
now that they're all ruled in.
They're all ruled in. Plus, I guess the one person who's not playing is Vasi, and they're going with Johansson in net. So that supports goals, obviously.
Sure.
So, I mean, big move, but not like a crazy, this doesn't make sense type move, but buying into it, of course.
All right. W's. Well, I wouldn't be opposed to maybe Seattle's asking some questions. Bookie Robertson in the chat.
Hoffy, the Bolts are not losing the series. Not losing.
We also have 2 outs now for Trevor Williams. No runs have yet crossed. Come on. Look who's at the dish. Ravs guy, Kutch.
Kutch.
Bases cocked for Seattle. Is that what I'm seeing? Or is it bases cocked in Pittsburgh?
Second and third in Seattle with big dumper up. Second and third in Pittsburgh too. I'm seeing. Don't know where they're cocked.
Yep. This is getting weird right now in both these games. Come on, Trevor. Lock in.
Trevor's got to find it. Reach
Lock
back
in,
for
Trevor.
one more.
Why is Trevor Williams still in the MLB? W chat from Big Cheesy. Hey, look at the stats from last year. Small sample.
One out right here, and he can show you.
Yeah. Facts.
Will he clutch up?
Come on, Trevor.
Will Kutch get his revenge?
I'd be shocked if he throws him anything here on 3-1 with an open base, but see if he does. Come on, Big Cheesy. What do you say, kid? What do you say? In play, no out, Seattle. Oh, let's go, Easy Puck. Yes.
It's got to play in play runs, right?
Give me 2, Easy Puck. Give me 2. And that's an out for the Nats. Pop up in the in the middle of the infield. And
that
Nate
was
Lau.
meat.
Nate Lau barely makes the catch. Did you see that?
That was an 89-mile-per-hour fastball down the vein.
Well, that's on him. And that's why Trevor Williams.
Crazy.
That's why Trevor Williams is still in the league, folks.
Mr. Bucko missing that is crazy.
The Magic Man. Now you see him. Now you don't. Let's go, Seattle. They still got no outs.
Nate
Jazz
Lau's
Chisholm.
the goofiest guy in the league. The way he ran off the field after catching that.
He's got like 3 hairs too taped on the top of his head. So you never like it's just he's a cartoon.
Might have to get Trust and Trevor on a shirt.
In Trevor we trust.
He did not want to catch that ball.
I mean, I was just watching, waiting for somebody to step up. He completely overruns the ball and just puts his arm out at the ends and makes an Odell type catch. That was incredible, Goots. Incredible athleticism from Nate Lau. Sure. Need James Wood legacies. Come on, chat. I didn't hear no bell. Second half team. They're honestly not. Their bullpen is the worst in MLB. They're a first half team, to be honest with you.
So both these teams are first half teams, but something has to give in the back end.
Yeah, it does.
Hope it's the Nats against the Pirates bullpen.
Would love to see Randy Arozarena not be a me guy and put the ball in play. Oh, he's such a me guy, though, and doesn't care about the team ever, and that's probably why the Rays traded him, and he just struck out swinging.
It's the worst swing I've ever seen.
I mean, yeah, has the guy ever cut the swing down to put the ball in play?
Never does, man.
Or does he just swing as hard as he possibly can every single time and just pray that he makes contact?
Every single swing is out of his shoes, dude. Every single one.
I've always been impressed by guys like that. I don't know. I always grew up just putting the ball in play. I was never a power guy and never really tried. How do those guys do it? I don't know. Randy goes through stretches where the guy doesn't sniff a baseball for a week.
Yeah.
Still shows up the next day and tries to do the same thing. I respect it, I guess. Got a new arm coming in for the Reds.
Taylor Rogers.
Mid-inning? Shit.
Singer's got 95 pitches.
Okay. Not ideal. All right, why don't we lock in here, boys? Let's get to the squad ride. All right, let's bounce back after last night's Moose play. All right, I got a good feeling about today, gents. Gootsy, if you don't mind, run that shit. I want to see that damn train. Sure. All right, chat. Let's stay hot in April. All right, bad day yesterday. That's all right. Let's throw it out. Let's lock back in today. I like our chances. I like our plays. Jovan, the Mets are winning today. What do you think about putting them in?
Guys, I'm so honestly really disappointed in you that you started there.
Wow. You think I should have started with the Orioles?
I wanted you to stand on business to go right back to it.
I'm down to put both those plays in.
Sure.
Orioles and Mets. I mean, nobody's going to vote for him, which is kind of the issue. No one's going to vote for the Orioles.
We'll vote for him. They're going to have to.
Okay. Yeah, I'll put both those plays in there. Okay. Kansas City, Dead Larry Bird likes. Dude, I do too, man. But is that making the cuts? I don't know. Jovan, I like that under in the Giants-Phillies game.
Yeah.
Starts up in 2 hours, though.
I'll start up in 2 hours.
How much you like it?
I mean, I like it a good bit, especially out of the place today. Not really saying much, though. But I don't know. I have a feeling a Krabs play is needed for today's squad ride. I'm going to be honest.
Sure. You don't even want to put the Giants-Phillies in there.
I mean, I'm down to put it in there. Let chat decide. But I think some Krabs involvement feels incredibly right today.
Okay. All right. In-play runs in Seattle. Oh, my God. Let's fucking go, chat. Yes.
Sack fly.
All right, let's put the play in there. We'll let the chat decide. We'll put San Fran and Philly in there, under 8. 3 plays, 3 winners. Okay, Orioles ML, the Mets on the ML, and we've got the under 8 in San Fran and Philly. All right, you guys got 2 minutes to lock in your vote. Hurry up, go, go, go. Would love to see the Nats wake up drum. Yep. Hey, a lot of ball game left.
I think
We got time.
you also have to add the nugget for chat because I don't know that you were in the show last night and you pulled Sugano.
I did pull a Sugano card last night, and I'm not happy about it.
Spent coin on a pack to pull Sugano.
Yeah. Well, actually, it's even worse. I spent about 45 minutes going through and selling all the extra, all the duplicate cards I had on MLB The Show. I spent all that time, all that effort, right? Setting the prices in the market, putting it 1 cent below all the other ones so that somebody buys it, spending all that time and effort. And then I went to go buy this cool 25K stud pack with all the benefits I just, rounded up from doing all those sales. And next thing you know, it's a freaking Sugano cards that comes out of the pack. You can't script this shit.
Unbelievable.
Jovan, the more I talk, the less the Orioles are going in here. They're not going in.
Yeah. I mean, they're already getting no votes, but it's a shame.
They're not picking the Orioles. They're too scared.
It's a shame.
They're too scared.
Yeah.
All right, we got James Wood at the dish.
We got Trent on 2K last night. He just magically had 500K VC in the account.
Okay. Well, that's not magic, brother. That's called linking the credit card.
I know. He says he swears he didn't buy it. I'm so sure. So sure.
He didn't buy it. He just got gifted it.
Free VC? I don't know if he really understands. Like, you just don't earn 500K VC.
No, that is hundreds of dollars.
Yeah, that's unbelievable.
He didn't even pull a single cool card.
Well, is VC, so it's in 2K.
Oh, my fault. Yeah.
No, he spent I think $200 on stubs in the show, and yeah, he pulled a couple diamonds that are worth bagels, and he pulled skeins, but then resold them just to hop back in and buy more packs where he got nothing. So that was rat shit too.
Yep.
Orioles lineup just came out. Might have been the best lineup of Brandon Hodge's career. So shout out.
Coots. Well, the Orioles didn't win the squad ride. That's okay. Mets ML for the squad ride tonight. Soto's hitting a nuke. We're getting a legacy start as well from our GOAT Canning. Stick around for the Surge stream chat, please. Okay, it's starting up here right now. Stick around. Pitch Trent a winner. Okay, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow. Same time, same